Jesus loved to tell stories. He often gathered people around him, sharing wisdom through simple yet profound tales. He used these simple stories to teach big truths, making complex ideas accessible to everyone, from the learned to the common folk. One such story is the parable of the talents, a tale that has been passed down through generations. We find this story in the Bible, a sacred text that holds many of Jesus' teachings and parables. The parable of the talents is about a master who entrusted his wealth to his servants, a significant act of trust and responsibility. The master was preparing to go on a long journey, and he needed to ensure his wealth was managed wisely in his absence. Before he left, he gave different amounts of money to his servants, each according to their ability to manage it. This money was called talents, a term that also symbolizes the gifts and abilities we are given in life. He gave 5 talents to one servant, 2 to another, ensuring each had a fair share based on their capabilities, and 1 talent to the last servant, trusting each to use their portion wisely. The master gave based on their abilities, recognizing the unique strengths and potential of each servant. He then left for his journey, leaving his servants with the responsibility to manage and grow the wealth he had entrusted to them. The servants who received 5 and 2 talents wasted no time. They put the money to work. They invested it wisely. Their investments doubled. The servant with 1 talent, however, was afraid. He buried his talent in the ground. Time passed, and the master returned. He called his servants to account for what they had done with his money. The first 2 servants were overjoyed to show their master the profits they had made. The master was very pleased with the first 2 servants. "Well done, good and faithful servant," he told each of them. "You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness." Then it was the 3rd servant's turn. He approached his master, afraid. He explained that he had buried the talent because he was afraid of losing it. The master was deeply saddened by the 3rd servant's actions. He had entrusted his servants with talents, expecting them to use these gifts wisely and productively. He called him wicked and lazy, for the servant had buried his talent in the ground, failing to make any use of it. In his disappointment, the master took the talent from the unproductive servant and gave it to the one who had 10 talents, rewarding diligence and initiative. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. This principle highlights the importance of using our gifts to their fullest potential. Conversely, whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them, the master said. This serves as a stern reminder of the consequences of neglecting our responsibilities. This parable teaches us an important lesson about how God wants us to live. It emphasizes the value of diligence, responsibility, and the wise use of our God-given talents. God has given each of us unique gifts and talents. These are not just for our benefit, but are meant to be used for the greater good, to help others, and to glorify Him. He expects us to use them, not out of fear, but out of love and trust in Him. When we embrace our talents and use them with faith and dedication, we fulfill our purpose and contribute to the world in meaningful ways. By working together and sharing our gifts, we create a community that thrives on mutual support and shared success. This is the essence of living a life that honors the gifts God has bestowed upon us. Talents in our time. These talents are not limited to material wealth or financial resources. These talents aren't necessarily money. They can be anything. Maybe you are kind. That's a talent. Kindness can change someone's day or even their life. It's a powerful gift that can spread positivity and hope. Maybe you are good at music or art. Those are talents too. Music can uplift spirits and bring people together, while art can inspire and provoke thought. These creative talents enrich our lives and culture. Maybe you are good at helping others. Whether it's through volunteering, offering a listening ear, or providing support, these acts of service are invaluable. They build stronger communities and foster a sense of belonging. That is a talent God can use. Your ability to connect with others and offer compassion is a reflection of divine love. It's a way to manifest God's grace in everyday life. When we use our talents, we are being good servants. We are fulfilling our purpose and contributing to the greater good. Our actions, no matter how small, can have a ripple effect, touching many lives. We are showing God that we trust Him. By using our talents, we demonstrate faith in His plan for us. We acknowledge that our gifts are meant to be shared, not hidden away. We are also making the world a better place. Each act of kindness, each creative endeavor, and each moment of service contributes to a more loving and compassionate world. Together, we can create a community where everyone thrives. Imagine if that servant had used his talent. The impact could have been profound. He could have inspired others, created something beautiful, or provided much-needed help. He could have done so much good. By embracing and using our talents, we honor the gifts we've been given and make a lasting difference in the world. God believes in you. He has given you unique gifts and talents. Don't be afraid to use them. Step out in faith. Use what you have been given. You might just surprise yourself. You might even change the world. Live a life of purpose. Use your talents for good. Remember, every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every talent used to help others is a way of investing what God has given you. Go out there and shine.